Hi, I'm Fladzinski, and this is my circuit. This circuit, what it was designed to do is control a solenoid on a pneumatic circuit. So, up here is the one that controls the solenoid, so that circuit, and down here is the pneumatic circuit, solenoid A. What this does is it'll open and close a shade. So, going up to the control circuit, you run in AC power, which is then converted down to 12 volts. So 120 to 12 volts AC. That is then converted to DC, here and here. So you have 6 volts and a 23 or 24 volt supply. Then it runs over from the 6 volt supply, runs the main control circuit. So it runs into the first relay through push button 1 and push button 2. Push button 1 stops the circuit, so if I want to cut the power to the control circuit and shut the whole thing off, I press that. But if I want to start it, I press push button 2 and it starts the circuit, which turns on an LED to let you know that there's power in the circuit. Then I can go over and it runs over into a photoresistor and a transistor, along with a potentiometer, which is the main control for this circuit. The photoresistor senses the amount of light. With the higher the light level in the room or area, the lower the resistance, which will then pass more current through the transistor into the coil on the second relay. When the second relay coil turns on, it switches the contacts on the inside, which will then turn on this LED, indicating that the shades are closed. When there's no light out, the photoresistor goes up to infinite resistance, which then closes off the current going to the transistor, which then shuts down the coil on the second relay, opening the shades. At night though, when the shades are open, you might want to change, so then you go over to relay 3, which has a push button 3 on it for starting it. If you press this, it'll override the photoresistor, turning on this coil, which will then feed power into a diode to turn on the relay coil on relay number 2 again, closing the shades. That way you can change when no one's looking in your window. Then when you're done, you press push button 4 and it'll stop the energy flowing through the coil on relay 3, opening that, which will then shut off current going to the relay coil on relay number 2. After the power is turned off to the relay coil on relay number 2, it will then re-engage the relay with the photosensor. So when there's light outside again, it'll start sending current to the transistor, turning on the relay, which will then close the shades again. Activate the circuit, piston extends since it's daylight. When it's nighttime, piston retracts. And then when you want to change your clothes, you can press push button 3. It extends the piston again. When you're done changing, you press push button 4. It retracts the piston. It's back to sensing light.